Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fawaz Kifari Aslam. I'm a sixth semester student of Universitas Islam 45 Bekasi, Faculty of Communication, Literature, and Language, majoring in Communication Science. Here, I will explain the impact of tourism on Indonesian people's buying interest in local brand and foreign brands. Why did I take the name of the impact of tourism on people's buying interest? If we look at the overall impact of tourism, it's not only positive but also negative impacts on our local product. Amidst the proliferation of social media content, not all brands are able to maintain their appeal in the real life. For example, is the difference between Erigo, a local brand that skyrocketed thanks to a massive social media campaign, and Uniqlo, an international brand that continues to steadily attract visitors to their physical stores. Here I visited Ion Mall Deltamas to see firsthand the condition of the Erigo and Uniqlo stores. Erigo store is located on the second floor. Its position is less strategic because dominant few visitors pass through this floor. Today I came on Sunday, May 11, 2025, which coincides with a long holiday because the next day is a national holiday, Waisak. As we can see here, the Erigo store looks deserted with only store employees inside. Erigo is a local fashion brand from Indonesia that has successfully penetrated the international market and become the pride of the country's youth. Founded in 2013 by Muhammad Sadat in Depok, Erigo initially carried batik and ikat dems in its product design. However, over time, the brand transformed into a more modern, casual streetwear brand that is relevant to global trends. Erigo's success cannot be separated from its smart marketing strategy. They utilize e-commerce platforms such as Shopee and Tokopedia to reach a wide range of consumers. In addition, Erigo also actively participates in major fashion bazaars and events such as Jacklot to introduce its product to the public. Collaboration with influencers and celebrities such as Raffi Ahmad, Raline Shah, and Anya Geraldine have also increased the brand's visibility among young people. But as the digital age moves, local brands like Erigo are starting to filter out with foreign brands, for example Uniqlo. Then we walk to the Uniqlo store. Uniqlo store is on the first floor and directly adjacent to the mall entrance, which is a very strategic position. And if we look at the store that Uniqlo has much larger than Erigo, it could be a factor why the Uniqlo brand is easier to attract visitors to come. Uniqlo is a Japanese fashion brand known for its concept of high-quality casual and functional clothing. Founded in 1947 under the initial name Men's Shop OS, Uniqlo first opened a store in Hiroshima, Japan in 1984. The company chain is named to Uniqlo, which is a combination of the word unique and clothing, and began to develop a broader brand concept. Uniqlo often promotes a more inclusive and diverse lifestyle, with products that can be worn by different age groups and genders. The brand is also known for its limited edition collection and collaboration with brands and franchises such as Disney and Marvel, further strengthening its popularity among young consumers. Here, I interviewed one of the visitors at the Ion Mall Delta Mas. Previously apologized because my interviewee didn't want if a video was taken, then only a voice recording could be made, and this is the interview. Kalau menurut lu gimana sih pengaruh pariwisata luar negeri gitu ke minat orang lokal yang kayak lebih suka sama brand luar gitu?
Sebenarnya gini ya, kalau ditanya gimana sih, kalau kita lihat dari peluangnya, karena banyak banget turis asing yang masuk ke Indonesia. Nah, otomatis tuh orang lokal ngeliat fashionnya orang luar negeri tuh kayak oke banget gitu loh, kayak bagus-bagus banget.
Iya.
Terus kayak mewah gitulah gitu kan. Nah, terus karena kita ini tuh udah terpaku sama mindset bahwa barang yang dari luar negeri itu tuh udah pasti kualitas bagus dan oke banget gitu loh. Jadi itu bisa jadi alasan kenapa orang-orang Indonesia tuh lebih suka brand-brand luar negeri dibanding brand lokal.
Iya sih, benar sih, bisa. Kalau kayak media sosial gitu tuh kayak ada pengaruh nggak sih sama yang bikin brand luar itu makin kelihatan oke gitu di mata kita tuh?
Punya banyak banget pengaruhnya, malah kayak kalau bisa kita lihat sekarang nih, kayak aplikasi TikTok gitu kan nggak mencakup orang Indonesia doang kan, kadang ada orang luar negeri gitu kan. Nah itu tuh yang bikin pandangan kita tuh makin kayak wah, brand luar negeri oke nih. Terus juga karena banyak banget kayak artis-artis di Indonesia itu tuh kan dapat endorsement dari brand-brand luar negeri, dan namanya juga endorsement ya, kayak memancing para viewersnya buat barang itu bagus loh, lo harus beli, sementara barang itu tuh barang luar negeri gitu.
Dari medsos berarti ngaruh banget sih ya?
Ngaruh banget.
Kalau gimana ya, kayak kenapa sih brand lokal itu sering banget kalah, eksisnya tuh kalah sama brand luar gitu? Menurut lu karena apa?
Kalau menurut gue sih ya, brand lokal tuh jarang banget dikenalin sama orang-orang kita tuh karena emang promosinya tuh kurang mantep kalau menurut gue. Terus juga brand luar tuh udah punya nama yang gede lah, maksudnya orang-orang lain pun udah pada tahu brand luar negeri tuh bagusnya ini gitu. Sementara kalau brand lokal tuh jarang banget, bahkan kita nemuin yang kualitasnya benar-benar bagus gitu kan. Terus juga kadang karena ini loh, kita tuh mikirnya memenuhi gengsi, sementara nggak terlalu banyak lah brand-brand lokal tuh yang menawarkan kemewahan tersebut untuk memenuhi gengsi tersebut gitu.
Berarti dari nama ngaruh banget sih ya, nama brand itu.
Ngaruh banget.
Terus kalau kayak misalnya nih banyak turis dari luar gitu masuk ke Indo kan, bisa bikin orang kita itu makin seneng sama brand-brand luar gitu.
Bisa, karena mereka tuh kebawa budaya sama gaya hidupnya yang berbeda. Terus makanya sering dari turis-turis luar negeri tuh pakai brand-brand luar negeri juga. Jadi orang kita tuh ngeliat brand-brand lokal tuh masih ketinggalan zaman, sementara pas ketika mereka melihat brand-brand luar negeri itu kayak kelihatan modern, mewah, dan itu kan mengikuti perkembangan negara banget gitu loh.
Ya, ngerti. Terus kalau udah kayak gitu brand lokal harus gimana dong biar biar bisa bersaing lah sama brand luar gitu, walaupun brand luar udah besar gitu.
Sebenarnya brand lokal tuh bisa naik kelas kalau misalkan mereka itu bener-bener merhatiin kualitas atau ningkatin kualitas yang mereka punya. Terus manfaatin cerita budaya lokal, kan di Indonesia tuh banyak banget ya beragam budaya dari Sabang sampai Merauke. Nah itu bisa banget kita tuangin di brand tersebut gitu loh. Karena kalau menurut gua sih sebenarnya brand lokal tuh bisa banget meluas kayak brand-brand luar negeri.
Ya.
Karena kenapa? Kalau menurut gue tuh orang Indonesia kurang banget tertarik sama budaya Indonesia sendiri. Itu yang jadi masalahnya.
Jadi masalah sih.
Iya, karena mereka mikirnya tuh kayak ketinggalan zaman, kayak kuno gitu. Sementara sekarang tuh udah gaul, modern, dan orang-orang tuh pasti gak akan mau ketinggalan gaya, ketinggalan fashion segala macam tuh mereka nggak mau ketinggalan sama orang-orang lain.
Berarti balik lagi ke gengsi.
Iya, betul.
Oke. From the interview, I can conclude that the first is the effect of tourism that occurs in Indonesia, namely that our society often sees foreign tourists who come to Indonesia, and our society always sees the good views, while the mindset of our society sees foreign brand as definitely better than local brand. Second, social media, especially TikTok, boosts the existence of foreign brands, considering that the content of TikTok covers a very wide audience, not only from the Indonesian region. Third, local brands are still lacking in terms of promotion and finding partners to expand their reach in the community, while foreign brands such as Uniqlo have been known for a long time, so that foreign brands can exist more than local brands. Fourth, foreign brands have big name which can fulfill the prestige of the people who wear them, while local brands, because they are still less known internationally, make them less attractive to the public. And lastly, local brands can go up market by being more massive in promotion, by cooperating with influencers who already have a name abroad, and also inserting the cultural side in the promotion or production of product. From this case, we can see that social media exposure due to digital tourism can indeed boost a brand name instantly, but sustaining consumer buying interest in physical store requires more than just virality. It takes consistent product quality, a pleasant shopping experience, and an emotional connection that doesn't break after one purchase. Erigo has great potential, but is now faced with the challenge of conducting an in-depth evaluation. Is their brand narrative still relevant? Can the quality and design compete with international standards? And most importantly, how do they build loyalty that is more than just a momentary trend? That is the challenge for all of our local brands. Of course, we expect our local brands to be able to compete with big foreign brands. Until the end of this video, let me apologize for the many shortcomings in the making of this video project. And finally, I quote from Adrian Franklin, who said, tourism has evolved from a simple ritual to an important element in the transnational organization of social life. He states, tourism is now the main mode of modern life, not just an escape from the daily routine. That's all from me, Fawas Kifari Aslam. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye-bye.